All right, everybody, welcome back to season 11 of Champions of the Fog. I'm your host, it's Bubble Tea, but since we're such good friends, you can call me Tea, and I am here with my good friend Pally, watching this excellent Billy gameplay, Catalyst versus Cynic. Pally, what are you expecting from these two teams here?
You know what? These two teams, this is going to be such a great match. I cannot tell you what I'm expecting because they are so evenly matched, in my opinion.
Well, with all that said, we'll get right into it. Billy on the quad over here in the circus area. Ooh, a little bit of a bump there. That's unfortunate. Quad's gonna be using these tight corners as much as she can, but going down anyway. Really good first hit by our Billy. That's gonna be a
really nice,
really fast, very strong start. Around, make sure he doesn't see anybody, and we're going to be yeeting across the map as Billy does. Already seeing some scratch marks, though. Oh, good pallet throw by that Nancy. And another quick down.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Callie, this is not looking promising for our survivors right now.
It is not, and I've casted so many Billy games with Champions of the Fog where it falls apart from the beginning before it can even be built. with Billy specifically.
Yeah, this is very rough and a pretty scary position. 2 slugs, so much power and pressure here from our Billy. Claudette's going to be doing everything she can to prolong this chase, but it's not quite enough. Going down quick, and now there's only one person left to find. It's the Quentin, but a gen does pop. Wow.
Wow.
Interesting play, opting to stay on the gen rather than go for the pickups. What do you think about that?
Unbreakable? Because the gen popped right as the ace got up, and the Nancy wasn't up yet.
Oh. That might have been either that, or was it a generator that was just very close to them?
Maybe. That's the only other thing, right? But if Ace has Unbreakable, then we can assume that was probably Unbreakable.
Yeah. Oh, we're so foolish. I'm so sorry. Ace is running no mither.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's been broken since the beginning, and I clocked that, but I forgot to say anything about it.
No mither in comp? I'm sorry, that's new to me.
You know, but it's actually a really strong perk against Billy because it basically forces the pickup. Otherwise, you risk them getting up and getting up all your slugs, which is what has happened here. Claude going down again, but everyone else is up and moving, which is what's important. Unfortunately, though, this is going to be the end of our Claude, heading on back to the campfire via the entity. And that is a very big first out. Even with the slugs getting up off the ground, that's still a lot of pressure.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
I mean, 1 kill at 4 gens left. It's not looking good for these survivors.
Yeah, I have to agree, Pally. This is going to be really, really tough. I think if they can get another gen, maybe 2 done, that would be huge. But I don't know. Billy is just so strong in this scenario.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this isn't even like a great map for Billy, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can... There's a lot of bad collision on this map, I think. I don't play...
a lot of clutter, I would say.
Yeah. Do you play Billy?
You know what? I'll be honest. I played a lot of Billy back in 2017, where you either played Billy or Nurse, and then you just lost. I Billied out for my life.
You know, fair enough. Nancy going to be taking her first hook here, and we're going to be moving right along, trying to find somebody else. If they can get that Quentin down quickly. Oh. It looks like they're rotating over here. Not going to be able to go in for that rescue, though. But they have found the ace, who my guess is will go on a hook this time. Another gen popped, though. Quentin is out here doing the Lord's work.
Our Billy is not going to make that same mistake again. And Quentin being the generator gen goblin, I think they call it.
Gen Jockey.
Gen Jockey, I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, Totem Goblin.
he is out there getting it done. I'm really surprised that they managed to get another generator. I know I said I thought they could, but that was before the Nancy went down right after I said it. So, gonna be working through the main building here, trying to get out kind of as quick as you can. Moving over to this jungle gym on the left. But that pallet is gone. That's the one that Nancy threw right at the beginning. So they are out of resources here. And that is a big down. That is huge. Motoring across the map. Going to see if we can get another quick down on Nancy or Ace. Down the mount, seeing if he sees anybody. He thinks someone is right around here. But not seeing anybody. These survivors are doing a really, really good job of evading this Billy right now. And they got the Quentin up.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. I'm low-key impressed. This was such a brutal start to this match that I am genuinely surprised this is still going
They're
on.
holding on to it with their lives here. So
yeah, they're doing a great job. And you know, I think I'm starting to believe in the Quentin. I imagine that I think he can get another gen done. What are you thinking here?
I think he can get another gen done. It all depends on. Well, I mean, this is a good map for it, but it all depends on how long.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Are they both here?
They're both here.
Oh,
Nancy
friend.
with the sandbag.
Oh no!
That is going to be GG.
Yeah. Oh.
Unless one of them has unbreakable.
Oh, that is.
Is that
so
allowed?
unfortunate.
Unbreakable with a no miter?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sorry, the balancing is a lot to remember.
He knows this Ace is over here. We saw him in the distance. There he is. I think you're right. This is gonna be. Oh! He does get a
the
pick
right
up,
one.
but it's not gonna matter. I don't think. Coming into this 4 lane. There is still a pallet here. Ace does have a little bit to work with, but ultimately I think we're just kind of, biding our time. Yeah, and down goes Ace, and I think that is going to be it.
Yeah, that's going to be GG.
Yeah, we're looking at a 4K at 3 gens remaining. That is, not unsurprising of Billy in comp. Billy is actually incredibly strong in comp.
Oh, of course.
So definitely not, a super surprising outcome. But
Billy's just got so much map pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Billy played incredibly well. Had a really, really strong start. Lost a little teeny bit of that pressure, but never really got into a position where they were struggling. Survivors, on the other hand, just having it all to do. Quentin out here just trying to get gens done. And frankly, the fact that they got 2 done is incredibly impressive in this situation.
And the thing is, these survivors, yeah, they had an awful start for them, but they got some good licks in too. Put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I think that if the survivors had not been grouped up over in Circus, they maybe could have eked out another gen. It was just unfortunate that Billy kind of caught them out in the open there.
Yeah, and if the start had been a little bit better, this game, the whole game would have been different.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's just a matter of finding this last slug, which is, I feel like, is always tricky on this map. But not too tricky for our Billy. Oh.
Is that tenacity?
It might have been.
He seemed fast.
I mean, he was certainly, very tenacious when he was working on those gens, so.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Well, GG's. This first half of this set gonna be going to our killer pretty handily. I will be looking forward to seeing what the other team can come back with. And yeah, good round all around. Welcome back, everybody, to the second part of set 1. This time, Cynic gonna have their chance at Billy. Ultra behind the wheel here. A reminder, our last half of the set, they got a 4K at 3 gens, so a very, very doable task here for Cynic. But, you know, you never know how it's gonna go. Already wasting a couple of pallets here. Oh!
And that's the thing. That can happen so easily against the Billy. And we've lost 3 really, really strong pallets. This side of the map is a dead zone now.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to wonder, you know, here's the thing. In comp, it's never coincidence. You know, when you kind of run into a teammate, that doesn't happen so much. The communication is so high. I wonder if that Renato is running something that they didn't want to have on hook first.
That is a good point.
And so Ace took that chase.
Yep.
Bloodlust coming in, moving over to this 4 lane. Claude just holding W and running. And once again, we'll point it out early this time, Claude is also running No Mither.
Yep.
Oh my god, that dodge.
Yep. The problem is Claude did run into that dead zone that we talked about earlier. So for a dead zone to be created that early in the game against a Billy that's bad news bears for these survivors.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ultra opting not to leave Claude on the ground, clocking that No Mither right away and saying, you know what, I'm not gonna give them that free get out of jail free card. I'm gonna put you on hook immediately.
Smart.
Taking a look around here in Circus, seeing if there's anybody around. There's a gen that was working, so they know someone's there, and I think they just glimpsed the Nato. But heading back over to the Nia, who is going to get the unhook, but it is going to be a trade, I think. Yep. So we have Nia over here, Claude over here, Renato was over here a second ago. I don't know how much gen progress is getting done right now.
That is a good question. We only know of one gen. Well, we know of a couple gens that have had progress, but we haven't seen anything else quite yet.
Yeah.
But it does appear that Ruin is doing the Lord's work at the moment because a gen hasn't been done yet, and one should have probably been done by now.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruin out here really carrying this season. I feel like we've seen Ruin so much, and it has just been such an invaluable perk to a lot of killers.
Honestly, it's good to see Ruin back on top.
Yeah, there was definitely a period of time where Ruin kind of fell out of everyone's favor, but it is nice to see it again in comp. We did get our first gen popping, and we're going to be back on the Nia over here in Circus, hugging these crates as tight as she can, trying to prolong this chase. But
going for the M1.
Yeah, is going down again fairly quickly. How are we feeling about this?
I think we're going to see a similar result to before. I think these survivors might get done an extra gen over our previous set.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too. And I don't know.
I think it will end up in a 4K.
Yeah, I agree. I do think we'll end up with a 4K here, but I am also getting that feeling that like they're gonna maybe be able to get another gen done.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm calling a 4K 2.
I'll take those odds.
Yeah.
Ruin is doing a lot of work, but not a ton of pressure right now. They were content to just going
for the tunnel.
Yeah, that might be the thing that this Billy needs, is to get back on both of these survivors over here and get a couple of very, very quick downs. We did hear another gen just pop. Oh. This is tense.
The Hinatu is up. At this rate, it could even end up being a 4K1.
Yeah, this is tough. Ultra having a little bit of trouble here. These survivors playing incredibly well. They're staying fairly separated. And they, they were content to let Nia just be on that hook while they worked on generators. And honestly, that's what they needed to do.
Yep, absolutely. But they can't afford the time to hook Nia because they can't afford to let that gen go.
Absolutely. No, they have to slug. They are in a situation now where if they do not slug, they are going to lose this first set.
Ooh, but if they don't get someone dead, it's going to be impossible to juggle all four, especially on a map like this.
Yeah, this is really tough. This is very stressful. Ultra probably feeling the pressure at this point. Does find the ace though back in main building, and that gen Ruin is still
close.
up. So that's true. It is very close. The question is there another gen out there that's about to pop? And I think there could be. Although again, Ruin really doing some heavy lifting here. Back on this Nia. It looks like it is going to be curtains for the Nia. Nia's going to be heading back to the campfire via the entity. And that's going to change the game a lot. Ruin is still up, and now we're going to be in a 1v3 scenario. But there goes that gen. Oh.
Yep, that's that for that game.
Unfortunate. Survivors just played incredibly well.
Well, this map, it's not an overly large map, but there is so much in the way that it is almost impossible, even as one of the best killers in the game, just to juggle a gen setup like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. Yeah, this was tough. This was a much tougher start than the last half the set. They didn't get that pressure early on. And it never really felt like they got pressure at all. It never really felt like the survivors were stressing. They were kind of just able to do what they needed to do. I think they could maybe get one more gen out of this.
Like, I was thinking it might end up being a 4K1.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the crouch. Super well played by the ace there.
Now at this point, is it worth going for the slug?
I mean, they're not going to be able to meet the win condition. So at this point,
narrow the point gap.
Exactly. Try to keep them from getting as many points as possible. Good information gathering. They know where everybody is. If they
That's the Hex Retribution from destroying Ruin.
Oh, you're right. That absolutely is.
Yep.
And if they can get this Claude down quickly, then they will be in an okay spot because their other slug was also on this half of the map.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So now they've got something to work with. That's going to be our Claude's second hook.
Oh.
Nado over here.
Was it worth it, though? I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No, I don't really think it matters, but I am surprised that they didn't maybe they didn't have a gen that had any amount of progress, really. So sitting on a gen didn't make sense, and they thought maybe if they could sneak that pickup real quick, that would be better for them.
Yep. Oh, the original call of 4K2.
Yeah, you absolutely called that. Nailed it, Pally.
What can I say? I learned a lot casting with you.
Aww. You're so sweet and generous. Well, that is going to be the end of set number 1. Catalyst going to be coming out on top. But a very well-played game by both. Both did some great Billy gameplay. Unfortunately, Catalyst Killer just able to eke that out at 3 gens rather than 2. But again, very well played by all involved. Extra kick for the road. Man, I forgot how long endgame can take. I'm like, I really should have saved that wrap up for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you going to say now?
I know, I was a little bit early. Welcome back, everybody, to Cynic versus Catalyst. This time, we're starting out with Cynic on Killer, and it is going to be a Chucky mirror matchup. I am terrified of this little grass gremlin. I
love Chucky.
I think he's interesting as a killer. I get jump scared so bad by him every single time.
No, I love Chucky. I think Chucky is one of my favorite killers to go against. I don't actually like playing him as much as people fight, but I really like versing him.
That was a very, very nice hit at Fun Bus and a quick first down.
Mm-hmm. Chucky really shines at loops like that have a wide, a wide curvature. And I think I proved that when I was casting a Chucky game. Was it last night it was last night with Rue? And it just anything narrow, Chucky has a hard time with.
Yeah. Worth noting though that very unfortunately our killer's ruin has gone down before the first gen has popped. That could potentially be devastating in the long run. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We saw that he got the down so quick that Corrupt didn't really come into play much at all.
Yeah. Unfortunate. So now our killer is running basically off of 2 perks for the rest of the game, which is a little bit stressful.
It is.
But Ultra is an outstanding killer. I've gotten to watch Ultra play many a time, and they are very good at what they do. So if anyone can make this happen, I think it's them. Opting to kind of stick around Hook, though.
A wee bit of the proxy. Yep.
Wee bit of the proxy. Which...
Love it.
Which is fine, but it does mean that there could be 3 gens out there getting a ton of progress, and especially now that Ruin isn't here, that's gonna be tough.
But so my question is, first of all, he's got a good gen set up here. There's like 4 gens decently close together. Like that should be noted.
That's true.
And then, do you think that kick he just made on that gen, do you think that was worth wasting a regression event on? When it was like 5%?
No, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, in comp, it's like, see, and that's kind of the risk you run when you play this game of proxy camping the hook, on a killer. Especially, Chucky definitely has mobility, but he's not as high mobility as someone like Billy or Nurse. He's not going to be able to get across the map as quickly as them. So,
absolutely,
sticking around this hook costs a lot more.
Oh, he tried to fake it. Tried to fake going for the tunnel. Going for the Palitech. He decided not to go for the tunnel though. Yeah, interesting choice.
Well, but that is one of the gens kind of in his 3 gen. He's got to keep that one alive as long as he can. And he's already lost 2 gens for 2 hook stages. That's, I don't know about this.
If he had gotten the tunnel, like the down off the tunnel and gotten the kill, it might have been worth it. But is it worth it now? Even with this down, it's hard to say. Because he is far away from his 3 or 4 gen setup over there. And gens fly,
Yeah, absolutely. And again, did we just see 2 survivors? Did we just see someone doubling up on that corner gen in the back here?
Oof.
I think I maybe just saw the aura of 2 people. Yep. There's a 3rd, but he does manage to get the down on Claude, which is very good. That was important.
Slug pressure and a kill. We're doing very well for ourselves.
Yeah, moving back over to this center gen, which has a decent amount of progress.
I mean, with the hook stages being, each stage, if you're going to camp a hook to death, you're collectively getting 20 seconds extra hook time. So that's a very risky move standing by the hook like that.
Yeah, this is one of those games where it's starting to feel like it could kind of go either way. I feel like the survivors definitely have a little bit of an advantage here, but Chucky is definitely starting to catch up at this point.
Yeah. I mean, when the game, as time flies in the match and more gens get done, and as someone dies, you know, it does drastically turn into the killer's favor, usually.
Yeah, absolutely. But 3-2 is not an impossible task, and 3-1 is definitely a doable task.
Yep.
Oh boy, these survivors, they give no cares about the hook stages right now.
They mean business. This is serious business.
They are content. They said, we see that you are going to be camping, and we raise you doing all of the generators.
Yep. Absolutely.
Goodness. Again, opting to kind of proxy this hook. I don't know. What would you be doing? What would you do here, Pally?
It's hard to say. I would have played this a bit differently from the beginning, but then again, this, like, I don't play comp. I wouldn't use comp strats, so I'd probably end up losing really badly even still. I do tunnel almost every game, unapologetically, so I would have made sure I do that and get a couple of slugs along the way.
Yeah,
I do everything survivors hate.
Fair enough. It's all a strat, you know? I do think that he has made the right choice, though, to kind of get off that hook a little bit.
That was a nice flick.
These survivors just cranking on gens right now. They do get that save on the Claude, though.
Gotcha, you dumb shit.
And it looks like that was an eruption, so that will help our killer's cause a little bit. But they did get a reset on Claude.
Yep, that is not a pain res. That's worth noting.
Whoa!
Yep, get a little extra distance using your scamper over the window there.
I love that that's part of his power. He scamper. You know, it's
he
like
scampers.
He scamper. He's just a little guy. He scamper.
They don't call him John Scamper for nothing.
It's like he skedaddle. You know, like.
If you could never say the word skedaddle again.
Why? No, he's skedaddling. Look, he getting over here. He's skedaddling. Doesn't miss, and Claude is going to get that save. Nato getting off here. I believe this is Claude's last hook.
Claude, it is.
Yep, heading back to the campfire. How are they heading back?
He hasn't checked those gens in a while.
That's right. Oh.
It's a good thing he came back when he did, but that gen is still in danger if this next chase goes too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these are the kind of loops where Chucky shines. These big loops there, the big L-shaped loops.
Yeah, he needs the wide open space.
The grab saving just like enough time maybe to get that extra down and hook.
Yeah, that was huge.
And that was a pain res hook too, which is equally as huge.
Yeah, he knows where the Nato is going to be. Probably back at this gen in the loop back here where he went down initially. Good progress, but not enough.
Ooh.
I think this is the end.
Ooh.
But still, a 4K at 1 gen. Really well done by Catalyst.
And that's going to be GG right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting match.
It started off a bit rocky, and then it went really back and forth. That was like watching a good boxing match.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very back and forth. Everyone, it started out super tough for Chucky, but he definitely managed to pull it back. I was doubting. I was being a little bit of a hater. I apologize, Ultra. But ultimately, he pulled it back very, very well. And that grab at Fun Bus was huge.
Oh, that saved, like, even though it seems so inconsequential, it only saved like 2 to 3 seconds time. That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that, a lot of the time makes a difference between getting a Scourge and stopping a gen.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very well played by both parties. When we come back, we are going to be seeing Catalyst on Killer this time. Welcome back, everybody, to Catalyst v Cynic. With Catalyst on Killer this time, Ward going to be taking over not Chucky, but Tiffany. Honestly, the superior cosmetic.
I got to give that to the classic Chucky with the broken up face.
Nah. Tiffany has so much spunk. Oh, catching both of these survivors over here really early on.
Yep.
Getting some good information. That Hex Retribution coming in clutch. And it looks like we're seeing the exact same build.
So every
Minus
single
corrupt.
time the survivors try and just crouch at that pallet trying to fake them out, and it's always worked against them. In both, like the last set too.
But you know what? You keep on trying. Eventually it's going to work.
I mean, yeah,
Sometime it's got, odds are eventually it will work.
if it never works and then it works once, that's a 100% improvement.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
What?
No way. We were so occupied in our frivolous conversation that we missed the fact that that down, which happened very early, didn't make it to hook though. Oh my god, that was almost the tank of the century by
That
Ace.
shouldn't have hit.
Yeah, that felt a little cheesy, but
That was a little generous, Entity.
yeah, dodging directly past the Ace to hit the Claude is a little
Yeah.
much, but the entity giveth and the entity taketh away.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what? In matches like these, it always comes back around. Something happens good for the survivor, something happens good for the killer. So I'm sure we're gonna see something good for our survivors. Meanwhile, on this Ace, oh no, on the Nancy. I'm so sorry, I misspoke. Rescue happening down in basement. Ooh, this is a very strong start for Ward here.
Oh yeah.
First
You know what?
gen-
You're right. Tiffany does have spunk.
Doesn't she? She's great. She
does.
skedaddles better than the best of them.
I am, as they say, a Jennifer Tilly enjoyer. Big fan.
Oh!
Ooh,
Whoa!
wow. That's
What? Hello?
I
I'm so
said
sorry.
generous hits. Did I not say generous hits?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. That was.
I
that
had
was-
a word I was gonna say, but then I forgot. So I did the noise. And I am so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sames. I didn't mean to yell so much, but that was a gift. That was a
that was
gift.
That was on a silver platter. That was the entities in here. Take this from me.
Oh, that was wild. But the tide has turned a little bit in the survivor's favor. Getting those 2 gens done very quickly.
Yep.
Going to be incredibly helpful here. A reminder, last half of the set, we saw a 4K at 1 gen. So we need to do better than that if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tiffany, very smart, faking the leave, waiting for Quentin to come back and getting that hit.
Almost couldn't see that Quentin there.
Oh, and a for the homies, for the people has gone off, extending the life of this Claude.
We do see a, as you say, a gloatum in the background there.
We do see a gloatum.
But we already heard one go.
and
We
it looks
saw
like
the
it was-
auras. Was that retribution?
It was retribution. It looks
Okay.
like it was ruin though that got cleansed.
Yeah. Did not get a lot of value out of ruin this game at all.
No, very unfortunate. Just like last game as well. Also didn't get a lot of ruin value. Oh, really good try there.
Oof.
This Claude running for her life. Ace coming in for that hit tank. Tiffany gonna try really hard to get around if she can. Oh, but ultimately not successful. Really well done by the Ace. They are prolonging this chase as long as possible. These survivors are doing incredibly well. And in the meantime, another generator has popped.
Yeah, our Ace redeeming himself with that original failure of a body block that the entity gifted this Tiffany.
Yeah, this is getting a lot dicier for the killer now. Oh my gosh.
The greed.
Oh my goodness.
That is
Wow.
all she wrote for our Claudette here.
Yeah, but boy, did she do what she needed to do.
And yeah, but I was going to say, at what cost? You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is extremely optimistic to think that we are going to see another 3 kills by the time that last generator pops.
Words are hard, and it's fine.
Words are difficult. I don't know. This is a really hard position to be in.
It is. Absolutely. Ideally, our Tiffany would find the ace here because he is injured, but well, no, it doesn't matter who he hooks because they're all going to be freshies, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only been 3 hook stages here. Only the Claude has been hooked so far.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I do think it's worth noting we got to give big props to the Nancy for that for the people play on the Claude. That is what bought them so much extra time between that and the ace taking that hit. They did such a good job of extending that chase.
Yep. I have a feeling we're going to see a gen pop very soon.
I think you are right, because we have not seen that ace for a hot minute.
My goodness.
Oh.
At him over there, or is that Quentin? You know, this is
Tell.
Nancy.
I have a really hard time seeing on this map sometimes. It's really hard for me to see who survivors are because everything, it's not like the map is dark, but a lot of the assets on the map are so shadowed that it can be really hard to tell who you're chasing. But it is the ace. Oh! Really awesome
That
hit.
was a mind game and a half.
Yeah, that was so good. Tiffany's saying, you know, I'm not done yet.
Leave it to me.
Fighting for her life here, but doing a great job. Can she find somebody else quickly? She knows the gens they've been on. Oh, whoa. Nancy going right in for the unhook. I think maybe they were hoping to for the people again, but unfortunately not possible because Nancy took a tag.
Yeah.
Did I doubt too soon?
Did you, though?
I don't know. I feel like I've been wrong a lot tonight so far.
You know what? It happens to the best of us.
Wait, are they all here?
Oh, no.
Did I just see all 3 of their heads poking out over here?
I feel like you might have, and they need to scatter right now.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
That was such a scary moment, coming up over the hill and seeing so many people. Oh, gosh. I don't know. Tiffany Ward here doing an excellent job of keeping survivors from finishing that last gen. If they can get a slug here quickly.
Yeah.
The Oscar goes to...
My goodness.
Really pulling this back. Shack gen is still regressing. Are they doubled up on this back gen?
That's where I would be.
They were not doubled up back here, but it wasn't regressing anymore.
We
So
are
someone
running out
was
of
around.
regression events on that gen, too.
Yeah, this is... I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm so stressed for everybody. Oh, Nancy getting healed up. Again, Nancy having for the people. Worth keeping in mind for this end game. Not for long, though.
Not for long.
Unfortunately, Tiffany not really able to kind of commit to chases at this point. Really having to be a gen patrolling fiend right now.
Oof. I'm listening for injured survivors.
I know, me too. I'm like, I'm not trying to like leave dead air, but I'm like, where are they?
A lot of the times when I'm casting, I get really into it as if I'm playing myself.
Yeah, fair enough. That's my problem playing killer in general. I'm not a very interesting killer person to watch because I'm like so bad that I have to use all my focus so I don't talk, which is like not
You're either
super
so bad or
entertaining.
you're so good. You know what I mean?
No, I'm bad. I'm not good. I am not good. I can admit it. Still not finding anybody, and oh my god, they're all reset. This is gonna turn into the cat and mousiest game. I think, Pally, that we are in for a slow burn here.
Yes, we are. My goodness.
Is it bait? Do we take the bait, Tiffany?
Oof.
I don't know. Neither of these gens having an exorbitant amount of progress. I mean, both at 2 pistons at least, but
Was that a sprint burst?
that might have been.
I feel like it was. It was poorly timed because of the slice and dice.
Oh, good fake out by the Quentin there.
That was artistic. That was art. Art.
But again, not really able to commit to anything.
My goodness.
This is gonna be so slow. This is gonna be because she can't chase. She can't commit to chase. She has to stay on gens. This is gonna be tough. Finding 2 people back here though. Oh, Ace trying so hard to tank that hit. Oh my god, if she can get a quick down on this Ace, that could be end game. That could be huge.
Absolutely.
I think we did see Eruption go off on that Shack gen potentially.
The question is, where is the Nancy right now?
That is the question. But again, she has for the people, so Nancy, even if they are both down, Nancy has playmaking potential here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. See Nancy crossing the intersection there.
She got to look both ways, though.
Oh, that for the people's about to come in clutch.
Oh no! Unfortunately, not able to get it off. Oh my gosh. Ward bringing this back just expertly. It is absolutely bonkers how close this match is because survivors were kind of rolling at the beginning. Oh. Not too many kicks left on that gen either. Seeing a scratch mark, maybe? No? I might have been wrong.
I thought I saw scratch marks. I swear I saw scratch marks.
I know, on the rock, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, ultimately opting to hook this Ace. I think that's kind of what you got to do at this point. And then I think she's got to go back out, immediately get back on those gens. She cannot afford to proxy this. Oh. Finding the Ace. Ace going to comp corner, our favorite corner.
My goodness.
They do get the rescue on the Quentin, but they are both still injured.
I feel like had that pallet been broken earlier when it was dropped at the beginning of the game, it would have saved our Tiffany a lot of time here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those things you don't always think you need to, but a lot of the times it is better to.
Yep. Very
What a
nicely
flick.
done.
Wow.
Ward immediately going to be skedaddling back over to comp corner. Ace does get picked up.
They just will not stay down. You see that?
No, this is unreal. This is low-key, this is one of those matches in pubs that's like a hell match for me because I'm just like, please end it. Just let it be
All
done.
right, if I'm the survivors at this point, I'm walking up to Mr. Killer. Please just hook me, please.
Please, can we be done now? It's too much.
Even as the killer, I'll go stand in the corner and be like, okay, please leave, please.
Yeah. With the new regression events that they, have put in, it does mean that I feel like eventually survivors can eke it out, but like at what cost? So
Yeah.
much time. Just so much time.
Oh, that is true. And for comp, oh my god, they're up again.
Yeah, that looks like
For
it
comp,
hurt.
this is fair play, but in pubs, it's not. Yeah, in pubs, games probably shouldn't go more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is tough. Tiffany, though, doing an excellent job of juggling all these survivors,
Oof.
making it happen.
Don't run so fast, you could hurt yourself.
I love Tiffany's trash talk.
I'm telling you, Tiffany's
Well, it's
so
not even
good.
trash talk; it's advice. She's just saying, "Don't run so fast; you're gonna hurt yourself."
It is advice, She's
That's
trying to be
wholesome advice.
helpful.
Yeah.
They do
Mommy
get to
Tiffany.
save. Now, at some point, does someone just need to try and do a gen? I mean,
Yeah, I was thinking that. Is there any gen happening?
because this is, now we're just going in circles, man.
Yep. And Nancy is fully healed again.
Oh my god. Medkit, inner strength,
Gonna hurt a bit.
or did the ace heal her?
If there is inner strength, oh, the ace is dead now, but if there is inner strength, it would explain why there's not gens happening.
Yeah, for real. All right, folks, we're down to two survivors, one killer. Tiffany skedaddling across the map as quick as she can. Do they try
My
to go for
goodness.
a hatch play here at this point? Like, Ultra's almost
Don't
bled out.
know.
I kind of feel like that's their best bet, maybe.
Yeah.
If Ultra could have avoided that pickup, I mean, there's not much they could have done, but they were pretty close to bleeding out. So maybe they try to get Ultra again and let them bleed out and then just go for hatch.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think there's any way they get a gen done now.
no, absolutely not.
So having watched a lot of comp, I think that is maybe the play here. Try and save the Quentin one more time, sacrifice him, blood for the blood gods, and, try for hatch as best you can.
I was about to say milk for the cornflakes, but yeah.
Milk for the cornflakes.
When you say blood for the blood gods, I think of the meme.
Oh! Just missing that Nancy. Nancy is eventually found back here. Question is, how long a chase are we getting? Because these survivors, they've been moving and grooving, but there is not a lot to work with back here.
In an area
Oh.
like that, it's not going to be a long chase against the doll.
Well, thank goodness.
That was a battle of attrition right there.
that was tough. That was really tough. But very well done. Again, a 4K at 1 gen. Well done by Catalyst, and well done by Cynic as well. Oh, I need coffee now. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are in set 3, our tiebreaker set. Catalyst is up first. This is going to be a Singularity mirror matchup here. And Cynic needs to win by 2 points to win overall. If they do not win by 2 points, it is either they can tie it up or it is a loss. So this is for all of the beans. Survivor's going to have to be really on point here. I do not play Singularity at all, Pally. Do you play? Am I going to be able to rely on you?
I've been warming up to playing a little bit more Singularity. He is a lot of fun. He's very complicated, but he's a lot of fun when you start like getting. You almost have to put yourself on autopilot, just like he's doing right here. You have to know where survivors are. You have to be very quick to the punch. If you're not quick to your aim and to your pods, you're gonna have a rough time. And I love watching Singularity gameplay.
Absolutely. This is, yeah, his gameplay reminds me like a little bit of Pinhead in that like you have to use your ability to gain a lot of information.
Yeah.
But I think I've only seen Singularity in comp a handful of times, so I'm excited to see this. Whoa. Really nice teleport there.
Ooh, coming in for the brick wall though early on in the game.
Oh!
Does not work. Quentin, you had one job.
Seriously, man. Oh no. Oh boy. Can't quite. Oh. Gets a visual on that Quentin. Is gonna be able to pick up this quad, and it looks like there isn't anybody over here at pallet, but oh, there was! Oh my gosh, but they did the swing. They know. They're a knower. Swinging right through that.
Ooh.
That was close,
I heard the footsteps. I heard the footsteps.
Ooh. Scary, scary for our Singularity here.
So we see our Singularity has Agi, and they had Corrupt. So that's worth noting.
Checking around back at Shaq here. You know, I don't watch enough Singularity gameplay, but it is kind of fun. He's like, I imagine like if I played this killer, I'd be looking through my pods and being like, hey guys, what you doing? What you doing over here?
They've done a lot. Behavior's done a lot to streamline how this killer operates for people to learn the killer. So I think if I were you, I'd give him another try. It's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. He's very complicated though, like I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can be in multiple places at once, and you have to be thinking about being in multiple places at once. So it is kind of mind bending.
Firmly on this Claude, I believe. Gonna try and probably get a pretty quick out here.
Yep.
Gosh, his power is so strong though. Really, really good job here, cat and mousing that. Nicely done. Oh!
Ooh! Ooh!
Whoa!
Was that a head-on while in Slipstream? Oh my
I think
goodness.
it was.
Oh my god. That was art.
Wild. Wild times here at Coden. Oh my gosh, that was so close.
That would have hit me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I go down there every time. Ooh.
Was that a live or a balanced?
He's coming right back in though. Oh my gosh.
The denial. Oh no.
Cynic knows what they have to do here, and they are playing out of their minds right now. This is so fun. Wow, the amount of time that they have just bought for that Claudette was bananas. That was absolutely insane.
My good. Oh, I'm flabbergasted by the. I'm just like, I'm speechless. I can't. What is words?
I don't know. What is words?
This, you ask Rue, this happens every time I cast Singularity.
This is bonkers. Oh god, I forgot he talks to you. I really thought, I don't know. I thought that this was gonna be, I mean, Singularity is a very strong killer. I don't go against Singularity a lot at my MMR, but like, he's a very, very strong killer, and I think I was expecting something really dominant right off the rip. But these survivors are playing so clean. They are communicating so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I don't think that our killer's done anything wrong here. It's just that these survivors are playing out of their minds.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Nancy taking a tag there. Gonna be running over into this structure here. There. Oh. Does go down. There is a pallet though here still up, which I'm sure they'll make note of for later use. Not getting any sight on anybody right away.
My goodness. And that's another thing about Hux is you can, you know, you could be doing so great, but if you miss, it can be so punishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So much time can be lost. But if you're on point, you are a monster, an absolute monster.
Yeah. Although I will say, we did have a match that started fairly similarly to this last round. And Tiffany, our killer, was able to bring it back a lot, like to
That is
make it
true.
a really close game. So I'm not going to rule out Catalyst's killer here yet, but this is a really tough position. They are in a rough spot here. Claude is up and fully healed. We are on the Nancy instead at main building.
And the Nancy bringing out the live there.
Head on again? Oh, that would have been funny. Oh my gosh! That agitation coming in clutch.
Agitation.
What's an agitation?
Agitation is when you're carrying a survivor.
Shush! I thought, I was thinking brutal strength.
No, it's built-in brutal strength when you're in slipstream as Singularity.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Well, you know what then?
It's okay. We both missed no mither a couple of rounds ago. It's fine.
Fair enough. Not quite able to get this Nancy yet. This is really costing a lot of time here. Nancy doing a great job running. They only need to get one more gen done. I think we could be looking at a match where people get out. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's looking that way, which I think I casted a game like this very similarly with Rue, with Singularity on this map, and the other killer was playing Plague, and Plague did infinitely better.
Wow.
Oof. That's a crazy result for Hux on a Macmillan map.
5 gens, only 3 hooks. That is... Oh boy. Catalyst is going to have it all to do next round. Cynic have set themselves up so well. They came in and they said, you know what? We need to win by 2 points. We're going to win by 2 points. We're going to make this happen. And they put their nose to the grindstone and just went for it. This was... The chases, the hit tanks, everything was so good. This was such a fun match to watch.
Wow. That must have been very frustrating, though, for our Hux here. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. All right, everybody. And this is it for all of the marbles. We are back with Singularity. Cynic on killer this time, specifically Ultra, gonna be out here trying to get that 4K as quickly as possible. Cynic set themselves up for success here by getting 3 outs, only 3 hook stages in that last match. Catalyst has a lot of work to do here. Immediately scouting, seeing somebody? Did they see that person? I imagine
I
they
sure
did.
saw that person.
I also saw that person.
I know what you're talking about.
What do you think is going to happen here, Pally?
I think... I honestly think our killer has an easier job, or a lower bar to meet this round, as you know, because of the rough time the last killer had. Does that make sense? Words are hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, they definitely they have a much easier ask to do this time.
Yeah.
Nice teleport. Ooh. Nicely done on tanking that hit, though. These survivors going to be trying to do exactly what Cynic were doing last round, extending chase as long as possible, wasting as much time as possible. Claude also taking a tag here, though. Gonna be focusing this Claude here. Oh! That was so well done.
Yep.
Teleporting just before she got out of line of sight. And a nice first down. 5 gens still remaining. Oh! Looks like Jonah
he was gonna go for that beamer.
He was. Not quite make it, though. And now Singularity has another person to chase right over here. Whoa, whoa.
This is what I'm talking about. Singular. It's like he's everywhere, but he's nowhere.
Is Singularity God?
Jesus. I don't know. I was just. He's a lot of fun to watch, and sometimes it's hard to cast when it's just nonstop movement because you can't keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. When he's kind of, I've been saying absolutely so much tonight, but when he's been kind of jumping back and forth between all of the cameras, it's hard to follow sometimes.
Yep. We are on the guard. We a bit to the proxy, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, there it is. Jonah is going to come in for this rescue, though. Is going to take a hit, though, in return. We're going to be staying right on this Claude, though, it looks like. They still haven't gotten a generator done yet. I imagine there's 2 out there maybe ready to go, far side of the map.
My goodness.
There's one. Claude going to be going right back on hook. There goes another one. Starting out a little... We started out pretty quick. We got that first hook down quite quickly, but now things have kind of slowed up a little. Survivors, I think, have settled into kind of a nice pace here.
They have. I mean, for all we know, we could see a very similar result.
Moving through Shack here. Going to be trying to get a quick down here, and they do manage to do so. And immediately scoping out, trying to figure out where everybody else is. I imagine camera placement is just so important.
Oh, yeah,
for
because
Singularity.
the thing is, there will be angles where you can see the survivor. You can see like 80% of their body, but you cannot tag them. You cannot slipstream them. And that can be infuriating. That's why you got to make sure you put your cameras in the spot where you can at least push them off a gen. Otherwise, they can sit and do a gen while you're staring at them. Slipstreaming to our Renato here.
Gonna be going for a quick down here.
And he's going to get it too.
Yeah. Down goes Renato. That's going to be one survivor on hook now. Immediately teleporting or going back into cams, looking down at that other half of the map. Getting eyes on the Claude. If you can get this Claude down quickly, that will be huge for them. Jonah, meanwhile, is all healed up. And Claude just working this main building.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a great job there.
That was generous.
Yeah, I was about to say, still a bunch of pallets back here to work with. Oh. Renato got up. Jonah down here now trying to take some aggro, but with so many people down at this end, there's only one person available to be working on gens. So
My
some
goodness.
good pressure from our killer here. And this is going to be second hook for Claude, I believe. Oh no, I was wrong. Claude's out. And now we're in a 3v1 at 3 gens. This is going to be so much harder for these survivors. This is exactly what Ultra needed. I imagine we're going to see the game pick up quite a bit of pace here. Heading back over to Shack, resetting some of these cameras. Mind gaming this a little bit, but does manage to get here. Renato taking a hit.
Now, 1 dead at 3 gens left. That changes the entire ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does. It puts our killer in a much more advantageous position because you have 3 gens, 3 survivors. Someone has to be in chase. Someone's got to be doing gens. Someone's potentially got to be unhooking, rescuing. I mean, it's so much more to juggle for the survivors. And Ultra's not going to let them get away with anything. Oh!
Intentionally going for the grab to save time. Absolutely beautiful. I knew he was going to do it too, and he gets the pain res off that. Wow.
Yeah, excellently played. It's so well done. And immediately going to be onto this Renato. I don't know how much there's... I mean, the center of the map has a lot to work with in terms of structures. I don't know how many pallets are still up around here.
It's Suffo Pit. There's enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Trying super hard to get this Renato down quickly. Oh, nice mind game, though. Greeting that pallet.
And that's one thing about Hux. I feel like Hux gets those window hits pretty consistently.
He got that
and I
long
feel like
reach.
that is an illusion based on his model, but still.
No, he got them long arms.
Yep. He
He's
took the
just,
crown from our boy Freddy.
Yeah, he's just a little guy. Oh, huge.
Another advantageous move there.
This is massive. Ultra is in a super, super strong position right now. Renato does get picked up, but this is a very good position to be in. Immediately looking for the Nato and Jonah. This is such a good match. This is so fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
And immediately getting that teleport over here. This Renato, I think it is curtains for him. Going to be going down very quickly. Jonah does manage to get the rescue on the ace, though. Oh,
Ooh,
just shy of that pallet. Yeah, that's so tough.
Material secured.
I love that he talks to you, you know?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm playing killer, I feel lonely.
He's just a little guy doing his little weird robot bio
Yep.
critter job, you know? He's just trying to do what he needs to do.
Can only get so far with Trapper's pallet stun grunts. Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, his voice lines are fairly limited.
Yep. Oh, he's all over the place. Slow down so my brain can catch up.
I know, I can't tell where he is. Oh, that generator that he's by is almost done, though. Oh, huge. I have no idea where we are. He's moving so fast that I just can't, it's like I can't figure out what half the map we're on.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy. And watching this without being the one doing it, watching it, you can get so lost.
Yeah. Oh! There we go. Very nicely done. Back onto the Jonah here. I'm going to be heading through main building again. Wow. His movement is just so crazy. Really well played.
Got
Excellent.
two eruptions in the background there too. Wow.
Yeah, that was an excellent use of those biopods.
Are we looking at a 12 hook game?
I am wondering. It certainly feels like that. Were they able to
Our
get
Hucks
that?
here playing incredibly nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Cynic doing really, really great. They, like I said, they set themselves up for a really good place where Ultra can just kind of come in and play the way that they usually play. Because they just have so much wiggle room to work with. Oh,
And we know they're not here to drop the pallet, which is huge.
that is true.
78%.
This gen has a lot of progress. That's the thing. They have a couple of gens that have so much progress, but they just can't quite get them done. Ultra
Yep.
doing a great job of keeping pressure on them. Moving back across. Still Shack side, it looks like. This gen also, though, was so much progress. Oh, a little bit of a taunt? Was that a wee bit of a taunt there?
A wee bit of the sportsmanship.
A wee bit of a taunt there. Crouching down and weaving over our killer. Oh! Oh boy.
That is bad news bears right
That is
there.
incredibly... Yeah, the bears wrote the bad news. They published the paper. They are the editor-in-chief. One last chase for the road, though.
Whoa. You almost had him.
And that's going to be it. That is all she wrote. And I believe that is going to be enough for Cynic to clutch the win here.
Mm-hmm.
Just excellently played.
Hucks
Really-
do be having that Mr. Fantastic reach though.
Yeah, that was a wild third set. Both killers playing very well. But again, Cynic just did so much in that first round to set themselves up for this one. They played so well. Oh, and we get a nice little photo op. Wait, I love this.
Love that.
Everyone say
Selfie
cheese.
time.